Hi guys, so this reading will be for Aries. I was inspired to do this series of zodiac readings for the solar eclipse and new moon in Taurus. That's coming up tomorrow, April 30th. And it's a really energetically charged day for numerous reasons. You are probably familiar with eclipse season. And this is the first eclipse of the year. And eclipses are a very transformative time. They're very powerful. This one in particular is a solar eclipse, so the moon will be in front of the sun, blocking the sun from Earth. And so if you look at the moon as divine feminine energy and the sun as divine masculine energy, there's going to be this surge of like very shadowy, a little bit wild, unpredictable, divine feminine energy. And if you couple that with the new moon in Taurus, Taurus is the Hierophant card in tarot, which represents our behaviors, our belief systems, our patterns, our ways of conducting ourselves. And so the more shadowy aspects of these are going to be searched and very highlighted for us to see clearly and be able to make a choice to make changes in our belief structures or our patterns or behaviors, our ways of doing things essentially. So if harnessed properly, it can be a very productive time and a heavy period of growth. So with that being said, Aries, let's get started with your reading. All right, Aries. To be fair, so there's a need for balance here. Let's look into this a little bit more. Something about healing, maybe some inner child stuff is coming to mind when I'm looking at this card. Yeah, this is a very spiritual time for you, Aries, okay? There is a higher power guiding you, obviously, but even more so during this time, and it particularly has to do with balance, equal exchange, and healing, possibly some inner child stuff. Let's see. Aries. Yeah, so there's something that you're looking at and really examining why something happened. You're also kind of in the state of wonder. You may be looking to expand your knowledge base as well. You've also been doing a lot of resting and rejuvenating. Time for a nap. While you're wondering about this question. Let's see, Aries. So truth and simplicity were trying to come out, but they didn't, but they almost wanted to. So those may be factors in your life right now, Aries, that you're working on keeping things simple and maintaining authenticity, living in your truth. Forgiveness is big for you right now. So there's something that you're not quite sure what happened and you've been working on forgiveness. If you haven't been working on forgiveness, this solar eclipse will be a very good time to, it's basically going to be shown to you, all right, very clearly, maybe some areas where you need to forgive yourself or others for maybe things that you didn't necessarily understand why they happened, Aries. You may also be digging deep to try to forgive yourself or someone else. But do you see this? I mean, this is the main energy for you for this solar eclipse, new moon in Taurus, Aries. All right, use this power of these astrological events and this energy to really harness this, because this is key for you. And you'll be shown exactly what this pertains to. All right. Fulfillments on the bottom here. I'm not going to comment on it yet. Let's see where this reading goes. Aries. So movement forward, speed, towards something that is fulfilling for you. But before there's this surge of movement forward, you're in a resting state right now. Maybe just focusing on what is fulfilling for you, simplicity and truth. Maybe that's enough right now for you to just kind of be in this state, Aries. Aries, for the solar eclipse, messages for Aries. Yeah, this is a heavy time of growth for you, as I was saying in the intro, if you recall. Also spending a lot of time around plants in particular, not just nature, but plants. This is really going to help you to balance this energy. There's a lot of, because if you look at these two cards, there's a lot of energy north and then going down south. And so it's a little bit polarized, all right? So regaining your balance and forgiveness is the key, all right, to doing that. Cleansing storms, all right? So that, again, this type of energy that's coming up tomorrow on the 30th is very, very powerful. It can be very tumultuous because it brings a lot of stuff up for us to see very clearly. It's illuminated, but it provides us with this amazing opportunity for growth, right? And it's going to make some of these things make sense. It's going to make some of these things make sense. These whys. But for now, you're just kind of focusing. Like the feeling I get with this card is like nourishment. I know it says fulfillment, but do you see how there's this like big juicy peach or whatever it is? And this moon is whole. It's full. So it's like nourishment. And Taurus energy, which we're now in Taurus season, is very much like that, like a little bit self-indulgent at times, really about their self-care, really about comfort and being in their homey element, okay? So I feel that's the vibe that's coming through with these two, with these time for a nap and fulfillment. But there's something that is being cleansed, all right? And whatever it was very energetically charged. It was very disruptive and emotional. Maybe even some mild underlying anger there I'm picking up on from that. So that could be why you're just trying to relax and nourish yourself, Aries. Weight of the world, boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. Yeah, so it's like a heavy sense. This cleansing storm is very heavy, right? Look at the picture. There's so many different elements going on there. And this person's just like in the middle of it all. But guess what? They're being supported. You see that? They're being supported. So this is the key to feeling lighter, to releasing things that are no longer yours to carry. And it's going to be a big catalyst for a lot of growth for you, Aries. Surrender to the sweetness, perspective. Wow. So, here's the void, okay? Perspective, none of this matters. Zoom out, common ground. Look how small Earth looks from space. Look how small Earth looks from space, right? So when you're looking at these small details and you can't stop wondering why, this is what Spirit's asking you to do. Zoom out. Zoom your perspective out. Common ground. None of this matters. Where are your priorities, Aries? Right? Where are your priorities? Is it focused in this, in forgiveness and growth and common ground? Or is this type of energy keeping you a little bit held back? Surrender to the sweetness. Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. Yeah, so Venus energy is ruled by Taurus. All right. So Libra also, but Taurus too. So we're kind of coming into that type of energy with Taurus season. But pleasure, joy, make love to life. Maybe you need a vacation to zoom out your perspective a little bit. Okay. At the bottom here, star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper. So there's something that you're like missing. Do you see how this question mark is behind this person? It's like you're almost like focusing on, I don't want to say the wrong thing, but it's like if you were to zoom out your perspective, you could see both, right? And look where the light is coming from behind. So there's going to be a lot of these things illuminated for you. You're going to be able to see that question mark, or essentially what has been hidden from you, what has been hidden secrets, lost wisdom. You're going to be shown this with the solar eclipse. It's going to help you to zoom out your perspective. It's going to bring some of that joy back in and sweetness back in. All right, Aries. So let's clarify with tarot. The Dreamer, a new start, trust yourself, push your fears aside, and take a leap of faith. So this is the Fool card, the 0 card in the deck, a brand new start. So what I just noticed about this card, do you see how this person's walking with their dog? Look at this guardian angel watching them, right? And look what they just came through, a portal. You're being led, you're being watched, you're being guided, and this solar eclipse is going to be like a portal for you for a new start. Okay, also pay attention to your dreams. Okay. Aries, messages for Aries. The solar eclipse. What's this why? Tell me about this why. Don't want to talk much. All right, so 10 of Pentacles. So this has to do with your stability for you and your family, with your contentment in life, okay? So I think that you're really trying to look at what this means to you, all right? And you're looking deeper into this, but there's something that you're not seeing regarding this, all right? But it's going to become illuminated with this solar eclipse energy. You may also be teaching someone, because this also says passing on knowledge, and this person's reaching for the book. So you may be learning something that you are going to be passing down for generations to come. Whatever you are reaching for and learning, do you see how there's wings on that book? It's going to be carried through the generations. Justice, Ace of Pentacles, and the Devil card, Ego, it's called in this deck. And the King of Cups. Wow, okay. So you've been really up in your emotions lately, trying to figure something out, and you've been a little bit isolated, and it hasn't allowed you to see the bigger perspective, okay? In terms of justice, this forgiveness, there was scales that needed to be balanced. Remember that card came out in the beginning? And so this is the key to the forgiveness, is this Justice card, all right? Contracts that had to have like checks and balances. These are the checks and balances, right? So Libra energy. Try to see all sides of the situation. You will win if your position is one of integrity. Be impartial and objective. Okay. I don't really like that. You will win. You will win. Because I don't really see anything as a loss. There are no L's, only lessons, right? So I don't really like the way that that's worded, but take it how it resonates. Yeah, but do you see how this person in this Justice card has their eyes closed? It's like there's something that you've been like a little bit avoiding in regard to forgiveness for self or others. Let's see. All right, so this time of growth is really going to provide you with a solid foundation for the future. This person is actually has a book in their hand. An exciting career opportunity, a lucrative contract, significant purchases like a home or vehicle. I see it more as building the solid foundation. The growth that is gonna be catalyzed by this solar eclipse. It's really going to provide you with a solid foot forward. That certainly could tie into your work or like moving or home, etc. There's something about a contract here, about breaking free from a contract. What's interesting about this reading is that we started with the Ten of Pentacles and then we kind of reverted back to the Ace. And so it's like that cycle is completed and now you're starting the next level. You leveled up in this regard. There was something that was balanced from this. Some type of contract or... how can I explain it? Like karmic checks and balances that started this the natural cycle of this over, but on a different level. It's like you're not in the same cycle. It's like you're on the next level up. Like you've leveled up, but you're just starting over on that cycle, if that makes any sense. Like you have been working on breaking these chains. So this is normally the Devil card in this deck. It's called Ego. So this is kind of acting as a block for you in regard to surrendering to the sweetness of life, okay? So this is the biggest thing for this reading is zooming out your perspective. Look how small Earth looks from space, okay? So when you get stuck in this and you're working on breaking this, keep that in mind. That makes it a little bit easier. All right. But this will allow you to let that sweetness and joy back in. And it's going to be shown to you very clearly. This is going to be shown to you very, very clearly with the solar eclipse. Accept responsibility for your situation and then make choices that support your path to happiness. Really take a look. This is me speaking. Really take a look at your codependencies or your attachments or unhealthy ways of coping, such as addictions or unhealthy habits. Spirit's really recommending that you break those, all right? Because it's really going to shift things for you to another level as well. Let's get some guidance really quick, Aries. Yeah, trust, loyalty, and trust. This is a big topic for you, because I can tell that because of the justice and forgiveness card. Okay. Aries. Running against destiny's time. So there is a time factor here. There is a timing factor about something. About this. About revisiting old bridges. Let me get a little bit more information. Inner demons was trying to come out. As I was saying in the beginning, the shadowy aspects of your behaviors, traits, patterns, behaviors, etc. are going to be illuminated very clearly for you to see. And here's that polarized energy. Fire and ice. Fire and ice. You feel defeated. You got thrown off balance a little bit. You're still trying to figure out why. There's still time to balance this, okay? That's what this is saying. There's still time to balance this, whatever this forgiveness has to do, as long as you're able to not polarize the energy, to not have the energy remain polarized, okay? Yeah, loyalty and trust came up on the bottom again. Let's see what these cards are. Inner strength and new pathways. Okay, so it looks like there's some temptation to revisit old bridges. If you are, there is a timing factor. And remember to balance your polarized energy, or the energy that is polarized in that situation, rather. However, there is another path that has opened up for you that is new. It will take a lot of courage and strength to go down. However, if you're able to break your attachments and unhealthy habits, there's a lot of sweetness and joy to be had there. So both, you know, either way, it's okay. It's fair, right? Either way looks good. It has good potential outcomes. So it's just a matter of your choice of what you decide to ultimately do. What is the most fulfilling for you? So make sure you take some time to rest and reflect on what that really means to you, okay? All right, Aries, I hope that helps and that you're able to harness the energy for the solar eclipse very well. And I'll talk to you next time. Take care.